Et bonjour madame. Je vais mettre mon micro un peu plus près. Je suis pas hyper à l'heure. Je suis en train de jouer à Medieval Dynasty. Bon, ici on s'y mettait. Oula, j'ai remonté ma chaise du coup. Je suis un petit peu hors cale, hors champ. Ça va mieux? Ouais. Bon, je sais plus jouer, mais c'est pas grave. Le pire, ça va être écho. J'ai encore oublié toutes les commandes. Salut Métarivan. Ah, je sais même plus ce qu'on est en train de faire. Informer le garçonzi découverte, d'accord. Est-ce que j'avais autre chose à faire? Comment c'est déjà? Comme ça. Non. Ça. Lui, il a la migraine. Lui, il a une névralgie. Donc lui, c'est fait. Là, il y a des choses à faire. Trouver quelqu'un qui lire le braille, mais pour l'instant, je ne vais pas le faire. Tenter de convaincre machine de retrouver la Whitechapel, d'accord. Ah mais non, c'est son mari, il faut que je convainque son mari. Non, c'est pas ça. Ou c'est elle qui l'attend, je sais plus quoi. Enfin, bon. Je vais récupérer la boîte de Barrett Lewis. On peut peut-être faire ça aussi. Ça va au niveau du son pour l'instant? Alors je sais pas pourquoi, le micro du casque qui marchait pas hier, il marche maintenant. Enfin bon, c'est... Je cherche même pas à comprendre. Nickel le son, d'accord. Monsieur Soigny.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
Oui, je sais.
My
C'est moi
sister.
qui l'ai tué.
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Je peux te piquer des trucs. Tant que je suis là. Pilou, pilou. Non.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Bon bah elle c'est facile, c'est nous qui l'avons croqué hein. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a le chat? J'ai un petit chat sur les genoux. Qu'est-ce que tu fais Rory? Donc, non, c'est pas ça, c'est ça. Il y a quelque chose ici. Les babioles et bien plus. Et là, ah, un événement inconnu, d'accord. Et là, faut que j'aille là. Donc on va parler à Swansea d'abord. Ensuite on va aller ici. Et ensuite on pourra faire les quêtes autour. Je pense. Alors Swansea. Il est étonné d'aller à l'enterrement de sa sœur qui lui-même tué. Oui, salut Ulysse. Nana.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Ça y est, tous les chats y passent.
Such a pleasure to see you again.
Ah, si.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir.
Je crois que je l'avais déjà dit.
Very hard, sir.
Je peux pas lui dire qu'il peut pas faire semblant d'être médecin, il nous aide.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train terminal.
Bah, c'est-à-dire que c'est lui le vampire, donc effectivement, il sait pas ce qui lui est arrivé à lui, mais c'est ce qui est arrivé à sa sœur, lui qui. C'est lui-même qui l'a mordu. Swansea, donc il doit être dans son bureau. Reste à savoir qui nous a mordu nous.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
So you manage a hospital financed by a vampire?
Yes, Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury. She's also our largest donor.
If I may inquire, how did you meet her?
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out and offered me the position. It's been a very profitable partnership for both parties.
A convenient yet expensive way to have a fresh supply of blood on hand, day and night, don't you think?
All vampires drink blood by nature. Me, I praise the lady's exemplary moral fiber.
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable woman.
She was blackmailing Lady Ashbury. Thought she was murdering patients as some sick upper-class game.
Nurse Crane was playing a dangerous game. She's lucky Lady Ashbury abhors violence.
Do you know anything about the vampire hunters in the East End?
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Prewen. Zealots to the last man.
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention, but they concluded vampires were a scourge.
They're definitely well organized and equipped.
They're extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. To them, you're a feral beast, and I, your accomplice.
We'll talk later.
Donc là, ouais, c'est bien ça. Non, toujours pas. Ouais.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Super d'hôpital. Un cimetière plein de ghouls et de tout ce que vous voulez là.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Non. Putain, mais j'étais coincé dans un... D'accord. Ça commence bien. C'est bon, ils sont gentils, ils me mettent au cimetière. Il n'y a pas des rats là pour moi. Ah oui. Il y en a qui me courent derrière, je les entends. Ils sont 3. 4. Allez, vive.
I have this thirst
Maintenant
for
j'ai un
blood.
ultra. Je pense à l'utiliser.
This is despicable.
Merde, je l'ai pas fait dans le bon sens. Là. C'est sur lui qu'il faut faire. Ça va être bien. Ce labyrinthe. Madame. Faut rentrer chez vous, madame.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
I've seen many deaths in my life, and we all grieve in our own way. Some stay silent, or need to shout. Others need company, and some just can't stand it.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed.
Il y a un petit chat derrière. Non.
Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our
grosse
lives,
nana. File
you
derrière.
and I.
Allez.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Voilà.
You know you can trust me. Why have you not spoken?
Ça suffit.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
C'est où elle sort du cercueil. Bouh.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? One thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
I'm not a religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Mais sinon, l'enterrer là pour de vrai, avant qu'elle se fasse bouffer. Alors, se rendre à l'église. Non, toujours pas. L'église qui est là? Ah bah ça tombe bien, j'ai des choses à faire autour. Alors. C'est fermé.
I cannot enter.
Nana, tu vas te calmer?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Est-ce qu'il y a des choses que je peux faire? Il manque de l'opium, il manque des tas de trucs pour ça aussi. Ça peut toujours servir. Je peux pas le désassembler celui-là.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless
C'est
compassion.
tu vois.
Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
On va peut-être pas l'énerver.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them,
Il est énorme.
abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Bon.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Pendant qu'ils sont occupés. Alors, donc, avant d'aller ici, je vais faire le tour et aller ici.
Against malevolence and trickery. You are blinded by your false faith.
Je suis obligée de passer par eux. Oui. Oui, oui, oui. Utiliser. C'est quoi, c'est là-dedans? Ah oui, d'accord. Bon bah ça va bien. Oui, leur fameux truc récupérer. Non, c'est pas ça, c'est ça. C'est là-dedans, quelque part. attaqué par des résidents enragés alors qu'ils essaient de voler des outils et des autres babioles dans les villes ateliers abandonnés. Ah, il y a un truc qui brille, c'est peut-être ça. Ah, mais c'est qu'il y en a une autre.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost.
Barrett, il n'y a aucune bonne manière de dire ce que j'ai à te dire, alors je ne vais pas y aller par 4 chemins, nous ne pouvons plus continuer ainsi. Du moins, je ne peux plus continuer. Si jamais Joe apprend ce que nous, sa femme et son meilleur ami avons fait, il sera complètement dévasté. Et ensuite, il te tuera. Nous avons passé du bon temps ensemble, mais il faut se rendre à l'évidence, je ne serai jamais ta Jane Lewis. Tu le sais tout comme moi. Je dois donc mettre fin à notre relation. Si tu acceptes ma décision, je suis certaine qu'un jour nous trouverons un moyen d'être à nouveau heureux, Joe, toi et moi, et ce jour-là, la chose la plus importante dans notre histoire aura été préservée. C'est là, j'espère que tu sauras me pardonner.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Ah. Ah oui, mais c'est que lui, il a un enfant. Donc... Mais il a une aventure. Ah, donc vaut mieux que je le donne à lui, parce que lui, je sais pas ce qu'il va aller faire. Barrett Lewis. Il faut que je trouve Barrett. Oh, sérieux, il peut pas enjamber des trucs.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Barrett. You pay one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get elf care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Il est toujours là, l'autre? Non.
She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Bien, et il y avait un autre truc. Ici. C'est qui, toi?
Mr. Bates,
Evening, Doctor.
have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Ah oui, non, bah là on a pas besoin d'y aller. C'est ça? Ça a l'air. Ah oui, bah c'est le dispensaire. Ah. C'est tous les patients qui se sont transformés ou comment ça se passe? Salut Tom! T'as survécu à la route de mamie en faisant les courses? Ah, je vais mourir. Est-ce que c'est Dorothy Crane qui hurle comme ça là? Ah oui! Elle se serait transformée quand même, peu importe la décision. J'aurais dû lui dire de rentrer chez elle. Ah, bah dis donc! Elle est méchante. Ça va. Je suis où là? Non. Où est-ce qu'il faut que j'aille? Vite haut.
You are blinded by your false faith.
Ah, faut que je me refasse. Non, attends. Non, non, non. Je vous gère, je vous gère.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Ah, ça fait pas grand chose ça par contre. Ah ouais, d'accord.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Il n'y a pas un autre qui... Si. Voilà. C'est con qu'on puisse pas faire de sauvegarde. Ah mais non, mais j'étais en train de me soigner. Ah. Bon. Donc il faut pas rentrer dans son espèce de nuage toxique là, parce que ça nous tue. Si vous pouvez nous suivre en bas, ça serait bien, il y a plus de place. Oh, et on est reparti. Bon, dernière fois, après, je vais faire le truc principal. Quelle heure il est? Ouais.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina...
des sons ou pas? Ouais. Ah, ça lui enlève quand même. Non! Oh là là. Hey, j'étais pas loin. Hein. On espère.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Ah, je suis bloqué, je suis bloqué. Ah, mais allez, fais tes... Voilà. Ah, sors de là, sors de là, sors de là. Mais non. Oh, punaise. Allez, on va faire autre chose. état grave, pourquoi? Et donc, peut-être que je vais faire un tour, un de ces quatre, non? Là, c'était le pilier, mais elle a disparu, donc c'est pour ça.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
D'accord.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
There is something going on in this district. I don't know what. Like a secret or a plot I must reveal.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
On va réussir à la tuer, là, l'autre?
good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working nearby.
Petite clé appartenant à Dorothy, probablement utilisée pour un coffre ou une malle de taille réduite. D'accord. Je vais pas fouiller ces affaires. Par contre, t'es qui, toi? Quand tester, ça fait du bien. Ouais. sont tous morts, ils sont tous transformés, super. C'est bien la peine de les avoir aidés. Bon médical. Imprimé en anglais et en roumain donne droit à un examen médical gratuit. Alors, en termes de mission secondaire, quelqu'un qui sait lire le braille, mais je sais pas. Névralgie, je sais pas, j'ai pas ce qu'il faut pour les faire encore. La migraine. Mason. Il habite où lui? Ah si, mais c'est qu'il veut pas mourir, je crois.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It seems her dispensary isn't so busy nowadays. A good thing for the Swanborough cordial.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
87.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. When
C'est ça, il est là, mais il veut pas mourir.
science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
Walls of your
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Je vois toujours pas pourquoi on peut aller là, vu qu'on peut pas descendre. Est-ce que je suis du bon côté? Non.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Mais je peux pas lui donner un truc contre le mal de tête? Zéro moi.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Non, je peux rien faire.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Je ne peux rien faire pour l'instant. Je peux pas rentrer chez lui d'une autre manière. Bon, pas tant pis. On va retourner pas par là. Non. Non, mais non, mais...
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Alors, par rapport à là... Recule-toi, recule-toi, recule-toi.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
It's one of them!
Non, non, je ne fais que passer.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. I remember you. Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making. This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you? I am the land. You are our champion. You selected me, chose me, as shall my children yet to come. What is it you seek? This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged. This has something to do with the epidemic. Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur. I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
We are our city's final. God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere.
Que les bonnes infirmières qui se
The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Alors. sais pas quoi prendre. Ça, je l'utilise souvent quand même. Et si j'utilise ça... Et c'est tout. Ouais. Il a une névralgie, mais je peux pas lui parler. Lui, à quoi il a un rhume. Lui, il est malade aussi. Lui, une névralgie aussi, mais je dois pouvoir lui parler par contre. Celui qui fait du chantage, je sais pas qui. Ah non, c'est lui. Bon, et ben, on va faire une pause ici, et rendez-vous à 21 h pour Echo. Hop. Et probablement ensuite un petit peu de House Flipper, histoire de se détendre. Sur ce, bon appétit, et donc rendez-vous à 21 h. À tout à l'heure.